my dear students. Good evening all. Welcome to the session. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter Principles of Inheritance. Actually, we are not going to discuss about the chapter Principles of Inheritance, but we are going to solve some MCQs from the chapter. Okay, so get ready. I will expect answers from you. Interact with me. Okay, so now we are going to the session. Okay, Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Okay, today we are going to discuss MCQs from the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Okay, here, first question. Inheritance of one gene is concluded by. Inheritance of one gene is concluded by option A, law of dominance, option B, law of segregation, option C, law of independent assortment, option D, both A and B. And I am asking you to answer. Give me the answer. Can you answer me? Option D. Option D is the answer? Yes? Yes, option D is the answer. That is inheritance of one gene. That is monohybrid cross, right? One gene, inheritance of one gene is concluded by law of dominance and law of segregation. Okay, law of independent assortment. That law we got from Mendel's dihybrid cross. Okay, these two laws that we got from Mendel's monohybrid cross. Okay, so inheritance of one gene is concluded by law of dominance and law of segregation. So the option is D. Both A and B are correct answers. Okay, moving into the next question. That is phenotypic ratio of monohybrid cross obtained at F2 generation. Phenotypic ratio of monohybrid cross obtained at F2 generation. Yes? Can you answer this? Answer please. Yes? Answer is B, 3:1, right? What is monohybrid cross? The Mendel's monohybrid cross means the cross between a tall pea plant and a dwarf pea plant. And here we got the gametes. And after that, we got, after fertilization, we got the tall plant, right? With a dominant and recessive gene. Okay, this form is heterozygous form. This is heterozygous. Okay, heterozygous means alternate alleles are present. That is heterogametic condition. This is heterozygous condition. Okay, then self-crossing. Self-crossing. Self-crossing of F1 generation, that is self-crossing, self-pollination. That means we will get the gametes from the paternal side. These are the gametes. These are the gametes from the maternal side. So here we get 4 offsprings, that is 1 homozygous dominant individual, 2 heterozygous dominant individual, 1 homozygous recessive individual. Okay, that is genotypic ratio is here The genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, and the phenotypic ratio is, we got 3 tall is to 1 dwarf. So the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Moving into the next question, that is, choose the correct option from the following. Choose the correct option from the following. I am going to read the options. Linkage is the close association of gene or other DNA sequence on the same chromosome. Linkage is the close association of gene or other DNA sequence on the same chromosome. That is option A. Option B is closer two genes are to each other on the chromosomes, greater the probability that they will be inherited together. Okay? Option C, both A and B. Option D, A is correct. Which is the correct option? Should I repeat the question? See the options. Linkage is the close association of genes or other DNA sequence on the same chromosome. Okay. That means linkage. We have seen linkage from Morgan's dihybrid cross. Okay. In Morgan's dihybrid cross, he used Drosophila. Okay. We saw that two crosses were there, cross A and cross B. Okay, in Morgan's dihybrid cross, he selected 3 characters. First one is body color, second one is eye color, third one is wing size. Okay, so the dominant color is, body color is brown color. Yes, the recessive color is yellow color. Eye color means dominant eye color is red, recessive eye color is white. Okay, dominant, that means the wing size, it is the normal and the miniature type. So these are the 3 different characters selected by Morgan for the dihybrid cross in Drosophila. Okay, and his study was based on the term linkage, and he mentioned the term linkage as linkage is the close association of gene or other DNA sequence on the same chromosome. In the dihybrid cross of Morgan, we have seen that if this is a chromosome, here there are 2 genes, that is, here there is a gene for body color. Y plus means brown body. Okay, brown body. Here it is the gene for, are you listening, my dear students? Here there is the gene for eye color, that is, are you following me? Yes? Okay. W plus for red eye. Okay. W plus for red eye. These 2 genes are linked genes. Whereas in this case, the gene for the wing size is located here. That is miniature. Mini or normal wing size. Okay, so see, when compared to the association between Y and M, okay, Y and W, this association is more. Okay, those 2 genes are linked tightly. So linkage is the close association of gene. Okay, then the 2 closer 2 genes are to each other on the chromosome, greater the probability that they will be inherited together. So I got I gave you the proper explanation of these two statements, and just think about the statements and please give me the answer for this question. Okay, I'm waiting for the answer. Choose the correct option from the following. Yes, can you give me an answer? Hello? Hello, my dear students. Can you give me an answer for this? Option A? Option A is the answer? Both A and B are correct, right? Both A and B are correct, right? So the correct option is C. Yes, correct option is C. Just listen, this is a very important question. This question is very important. Okay. Linkage is the close association of gene or other DNA sequence on the same chromosome. That is correct. Okay. Example, I have shown you the example. Closer two genes are to each other. Closer two genes are to each other on the chromosome, greater the probability that they will be inherited together. Okay. Okay, two genes closer means they together will get transfer into the offspring. They together will get inherited, or they inherited together to the offsprings, to the next generation. Okay. Clear? Do you need a further explanation on Morgan's dihybrid cross? Do anyone need an explanation for Morgan's dihybrid cross? Yes or no? Okay, clear. Okay, make sure that this portion, that is dihybrid cross done by Morgan, is very clear for you. Okay, otherwise you can ask me, I will explain it again. Okay, make sure it is clear. Okay, fine. Moving into the next question. The characters selected for cross A in Morgan's dihybrid cross in Drosophila. The characters selected for cross A in Morgan's dihybrid cross in Drosophila. The options they have given are yellow-bodied white eye female, yellow-bodied white eye female, brown-bodied red eye male. That is the first option. Option B, normal wing size yellow bodied and miniature wing red eye male. That is option B. Option C, brown bodied red eye female and yellow bodied white eye male. This is the option C. Then option D is miniature wing red eye female and normal wing yellow bodied male. These are the options and we have discussed about this before, and just go through the options and questions. Give me the answer. I am waiting for your answer. Okay? Which will be the answer here? The characters selected for cross A in Morgan's dihybrid cross is option D. Option D. No. That is wrong. This is wrong, okay? This is not the correct answer. Option B, no. That is also wrong. That's why I ask you, do you people need a further explanation on Morgan's dihybrid cross? That's why I ask you, since this portion is very important on entrance based view. Okay, if we are studying for entrance, these portions are very important, okay. And also for your board exams, normally these questions will be there. Okay, so can you give me correct answer? Can you give me correct answer? ആണോ? ആ ആ ആ ആ ഓക്കെ, അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാനിപ്പോൾ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് അങ്ങ് കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്ത് തീർക്കട്ടെ? ആ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, പക്ഷെ 8 മണിക്ക് നിർത്തണ്ടേ? ആ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ആ ഓക്കെ 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 ശരി ഓക്കെ. ഇത് തന്നെ പോ, കാരണം ഇതിപ്പോ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുവല്ലേ, കണ്ടിന്യൂഷൻ പോവും. Okay. Yes. Have you got the answer? I didn't get the answer from you. I'm waiting for your answer. Please give me the answer. Can you please give me the answer? It's C. Brown bodied, red eye female, yellow bodied, white eye male. Aryananda, no, it is not correct. The answer is yellow bodied, white eye female. The option A is the correct answer. Please make clear. Yellow bodied, white eye female and brown bodied, red eye male. Okay. That is the characters Morgan selected for the dihybrid cross in Drosophila. Clear? Yes? Ganesh Warrior, yes, option A, that is correct. Is that clear? Okay. Okay, just make sure that just listen to me. In Morgan's dihybrid cross in Drosophila, Morgan selected 3 characters. Okay, Morgan selected 3 characters. That is, first one is, please listen here. First one is body color. Okay, body color. Second one is eye color. Eye color. Third one is wing size. Okay, these are the 3 characters Morgan selected for the dihybrid cross. These are the 3 characters Morgan selected. Okay, that is, in body color, 2 varieties are there. 2 varieties in the sense, first one is brown color, brown body, yellow body. Brown and yellow, and it is represented as Y plus, brown body. Okay, yellow body, small letter Y. For eye color, it is red eye. W plus, red eye, and white eyes. This is small, represented as small w. Okay, wing size, that is normal wing, that is M plus, miniature wing, that is small m. These are the three characters Morgan selected for the dihybrid cross in Drosophila. Clear? These are the three characters. Okay, for cross A, he did cross A and cross B. For cross A, he selected yellow bodied, that is Y plus. Okay, sorry, that is small y, yellow bodied, white eye female, yellow bodied, white eye female into, okay, yellow bodied, white eye female with brown bodied, that is capital Y plus, red eyed male. Okay, this is for cross A. So make sure for cross A, Morgan selected yellow bodied, white eye female, brown bodied, red eye male. Okay, this portion is very important. Please, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, shall I move to the next question? Shall I move to the next question? Yes? Okay. Next, haploid diploid mechanism of sex determination is seen in. Haploid diploid mechanism of sex determination is seen in. In which organism haploid diploid mechanism of sex determination is seen? In which organism haploid diploid mechanism of sex determination is seen? Option A, cockroach. Option B, honeybee. Option C, Drosophila. Option D, birds. Okay, in which organism haplodiploid mechanism of sex determination is seen? Answer me please. Answer is? Which is the answer? I am waiting for your answer. Which is the answer for this question? Yes? Answer? C? No. Answer C? No. Answer B. Answer B is the correct answer. In honeybee, haplodiploid mechanism of sex determination is seen. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Let's see the types of sex determination. Okay. Listen here. We are having three types of sex determination methods. We are having three types of sex determination method in genetic studies. Okay. XX, the first one is XX female and XO male type. XX female and XO male type. This is the first method of sex determination. XX female, XO male type sex determination. That is the first method of sex determination. Then second one is XX female, XY male type. Okay. Please write down a note on this topic. Okay, Drosophila, that is example XX female, XY male type. Okay, this is the second type of sex determination. Okay, the third type of sex determination is there, that is ZW female and ZZ male type. ZW female and ZZ male type sex determination is seen in birds. This is the third type of sex determination. I repeat, there are three different methods of sex determination. The first one is XX female, XO male type, that is seen in cockroach. That is seen in cockroach. Okay. Here the female is homogametic. Homogametic in the sense same type of chromosomes are present. Okay. The male is heterogametic. That means different types of gametes, and also no gamete, only one chromosome is present. Okay, XO male type, XX female type, XO male type of sex determination method is seen in cockroach. Here, the females are homogametic and the males are heterogametic. Okay, one gamete in the sense one chromosome is absent. That is XO type, X0 type. Okay, here then Drosophila. In Drosophila and also in humans. Okay, Drosophila and in humans. Okay, XX female, XY male type. That means XX female, females are homogametic. XY male, that is males are heterogametic. Clear? Then the third type of sex determination method is ZW female and ZZ male type. Okay, where ZW female, females are heterogametic. Different types of gametes will form, right? With one with Z chromosome and other with chromosome W. Okay, so this is heterogametic. In this type ZW female type sex determination method, the female is heterogametic and the male, that is ZZ type, that is homogametic. For example, birds. Okay. Example, birds. Okay, so these are the three different types of sex determination method. Okay, other than this, there is another method, that is haploid diploid mechanism of sex determination, that is seen in honeybee. Okay, so in cockroach, the first method, XX female, XO male type of sex determination is there. In Drosophila, it is XX female, XY male type of sex determination method is there. In birds, it is ZW female, ZZ male type of sex determination is there. Hope you all understand. Yes? Yes? I'm waiting for you. Are you there? Are you listening to the class? Hello? Hi dear students, hello, can you hear me? Is that okay? Is this question is clear? Yes. Okay, moving into the next question, that is trisomy of sex chromosome XXY is seen in trisomy of sex chromosome XXY configuration is seen in option A, Klinefelter syndrome, option B, option B, Down syndrome, option C, Turner's syndrome, option D, phenylketonuria. Yes, give me the answer. Give me the answer, which is trisomy of sex chromosome XXY configuration. Trisomy of sex chromosome seen in. Answer me. I'm waiting for your answer. Everyone must have to answer because this is a revision session. So we have to answer. Option? Option A. Yes, option A is the correct answer. Klinefelter syndrome. It is the trisomy of sex chromosome. Okay, trisomy of sex chromosome. One sex chromosome will get increased. In place of XX chromosome, they will be having one extra chromosome, that will be XXY. Trisomy, that is XXY, is seen in Klinefelter syndrome. Okay. Let's see the explanation. Here, the chromosomal mutations, Down syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome are chromosomal mutations. They are chromosomal mutations. Okay. And in chromosomal mutation, this Turner syndrome, this is also chromosomal mutation. Okay. Chromosomal mutations are of three types, that is Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. Down syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome, that are trisomy. One extra chromosome will get added, trisomy condition. Whereas in the case of Turner syndrome, it is monosomy condition. That means one chromosome will be absent. In Down syndrome, extra chromosome will get added to 21st chromosome. That is, it is Down syndrome, trisomy in 21st chromosome. Okay, trisomy of 21st chromosome, that is seen in Down syndrome. Okay, trisomy of 21st chromosome, that is Down syndrome. In Klinefelter syndrome, what will happen? What will happen? Trisomy of sex chromosome. That means XX will be there, one extra chromosome, Y will get added to this. Okay, so that is trisomy. Trisomy of sex chromosome is seen in Klinefelter syndrome. Then next one is Turner syndrome. Turner syndrome is also a chromosomal mutation. It is a monosomy. Monosomy in the sense, what is it? One chromosome will not be there. Okay, one chromosome will be absent. That means 45. Normally 46 chromosomes are there. Okay, that is 44. How many are there? How many chromosomes will be there? How many chromosomes are there? How many chromosomes will be there in a human body? 23 or 23 pairs? 23 or 20, yes, 23 pairs will be there, 46 should be there. Okay, in this case, one will be absent. That is the monosomy condition. Okay, okay, that is monosomy condition. One chromosome will be absent. That is from the sex chromosome set. That is from the sex chromosome set. Okay, so Turner syndrome is the monosomy condition. Okay, here. Then phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria, they have given phenylketonuria as the D option. It is a Mendelian disorder. It is not a chromosomal disorder. Okay, it is a Mendelian disorder, that is gene mutation. Mendelian disorder means gene mutation. Okay, phenylketonuria is a Mendelian disorder, that is gene mutation. Okay, are you okay with these options and questions? The clarification, is that clear for you? Should I explain it again? Okay? Okay? Here I have given the clarification for these options. Okay? For these options. Okay. So, we are moving into the next question. From the entrance point of view also, these questions are very important. Okay, that's why again and again we are repeating. So make sure everything is clear. Okay, I am moving into the next question. That is a case-based case study. Okay, they have given a passage and read the passage, and after that they are asking some questions. On the basis of this passage, we have to answer those questions. Okay, and the question is, Prashant wanted to find the genotype of a pea plant bearing purple colored flowers in his garden. I hope you understand the sentence. Prashant wanted to find the genotype of a pea plant bearing purple colored flower in his kitchen garden. For this, he crossed purple flowered plant with white flowered plant. Okay, as a result, all plants which were produced had purple flower only. Upon selfing these plants, okay, upon selfing these plants, 75 purple flowered plants and 25 white flowered plants were produced. Now he can determine the genotype of a purple flowered plant by crossing it with a white flowered plant. That he is going to do the test cross. Are you clear with this passage? Please go through the passage. Please go through the passage. Here, he is going to do a monohybrid cross between a pea plant with purple color. Okay, pea plant with purple colored flower. That is the dominant character. With a pea plant with the white flowered plant. Pea plant with the white color flower. Clear? Cross between the pea plant with the purple color and a pea plant with the white color flower. Okay. And he got a purple flower in the F1 generation. So this means F1 generation. Okay. Self-crossing occurred. Self-crossing. From the self-crossing, he got 75 purple flowered plants. 75 purple flowered plant. He got 75 purple flowered plant and 25 white flowered plants. That means it is in the ratio 3:1. Are you agree with this? Okay. So this is a monohybrid cross, right? Now he can determine the genotype of the purple flowered plant by crossing it with a white flowered plant. Okay, that means he is going to test cross. He is going to do the test cross. Okay, and this is what the passage is. Now we are moving into the questions. Okay, which of the following cannot be derived from the crosses done by Prashant? Which of the following cannot be derived from the crosses done by Prashant? Can you answer this? Can you answer the question? Hope you all understand the passage. Now we are going to answer. This is the first question. Please go through the question and options. Which will be the correct option? Options are option A, Mendel's law of dominance. Option B, Mendel's law of segregation. Option C, Mendel's law of independent assortment. Option D, both A and C. And which can be the answer? I am waiting for the answer. Okay. Can you answer me? Yes, I am waiting for the answer. Have you gone from the class? Hello? Are you there? Are you there? Answer me. I am waiting for the answer. Please give me the answer. You people have already learned this, right? Yes. Okay. So answer me. Answer the question. Answer the question. Which of the following cannot be derived from the cross done by Prashant? Which cannot be derived from the cross? Since this is a monohybrid cross, the conclusion will be Mendel's law of dominance and Mendel's law of segregation. Okay, but this is not, option C will be the answer. That is Mendel's law of independent assortment that we will get from the dihybrid cross. Okay, so C is the option. I hope everyone is clear with this question and answer. Moving into the next question, that is, to determine the genotype of a purple flowered plant, Prashant crossed this plant, that is purple colored plant, with a white flowered plant. This cross produced a white flowered plant. This cross represents what? Hope you all are understand this. Please make sure everyone is understanding the concept and topic, okay? Otherwise, you can ask me. I am waiting for your reply. Are you clear with this question? To determine the genotype of a purple flowered plant, Prashant crossed this plant with a white flowered plant. This cross produced a white flowered plant. This cross represents. Did you get the question? Option A, yes, test cross. The answer is test cross. He is doing test cross. Okay. Now, test cross means, listen here, it is an experimental cross of an individual organism of dominant genotype. Okay, it is an experimental cross of an individual organism of dominant phenotype and an organism with homozygous recessive genotype. Test cross is for determining the genetic makeup of the dominant organism. Okay, test cross is doing to determine the genetic makeup of the dominant organism. Yes? Hello? Clear? Jerusha Varghese, Aryananda, clear? Yes? Okay, fine. Now, moving into the next question. In white flowered plant, allele is expressed in. In white flowered plant, that means the allele will be in which condition? That is the question. That heterozygous condition only, homozygous condition only, F3 generation, option D, both homozygous and heterozygous condition. Which condition? In white flowered plant, allele is expressed in no, it is not heterozygous condition. Allele, white flower means, just make the cross, okay. See, this is the cross between purple color and white color. Okay, capital W means purple colored flower. This is white colored flower. This is the gamete. Here, the F1 generation. In F1 generation, we got the purple color. Okay, this is heterozygous condition. This is the white flower. So, the white flower means it is always in homozygous condition. Yes, Jerusha, correct. Homozygous condition. Clear? Aryananta, are you clear with this? In white flowered plant, allele is expressed in homozygous condition. Hope you understand that since it is a recessive character, recessive characters will be expressed in homozygous condition only. Okay? Yes. Okay? Next question. The character that is purple color of the flowers that appeared in the F1 generation is called. The character purple color of the flowers that appeared in the first generation, F1 generation is called. Answer. Recessive character, dominant character, Hollandric character, lethal character. Which is the answer? You can answer this. Which is the answer? Yes, which is the answer? Yes, it is the dominant character. Very good, Aryananta. Very good. It is the dominant character. Okay, F1 generation we got. Okay, it is the dominant character. This is purple colored. Okay, so, okay, now, and today the time is over. Hope you all understand. We will continue with MCQ discussion on next revision day. Okay, thank you. Hope you all enjoy this class. If you have any doubt, please be sure that you are asking questions. Okay, you make clear what all doubts you are having. Okay, so enjoy the session. See you. Bye bye. Okay.